Welcome back to the A-Flow Show podcast, doing another episode for you today. My name is Andres Flores alongside Marissa Crawley, MC. How's it going?
It's going.
So last week we had a kind of a longer weekend, or longer week, because we record on a Friday.
Yeah, my bad.
I wasn't going to say that, just because we record on Friday now, kind of, boom, quick turnaround. Not that quick, but a little bit quicker of a turnaround.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're here to go. The challenge we got, I saw the movie. I did finally go see The Big Sick.
Ooh,
And
did you like it?
I enjoyed it.
Did you cry?
Did cry, but I enjoyed it a little bit more than that.
Would I have cried?
Probably. You know what? Let's just jump right into it. True story. You know more. You know a lot about it, right?
No, I mean, I've seen the trailer where it's about a man who falls in love with a girl and then they break up and then turns out she's dying.
Yeah, and this isn't a spoiler. It's just, the actor, his name is Kumail.
Mm-hmm.
This is a story about his life and about.
Oh, this is true story.
True story. How he met his wife and how he now is married to his wife with this girl, Emily. That's the name of the character. Emily. I guess it's the name of both, really. But Kumail plays himself in the movie, but the wife does not play herself. But
yeah.
Comedy, really. More comedy than, like, sad.
Well, yeah, because Judd Apatow
Yes.
is the director, producer of that, and he's the creator of pretty much any funny movie that we watch now.
So, yeah, a lot of laughs, a lot of jokes. But, yeah, it did get... I mean, when you're dealing with sickness and stuff like that, and, I mean, whatever the sickness, either if it's cancer, I mean, just anything in real life, when you deal with stuff like that, it can get
Hard.
sad.
Yeah.
But I think the movie was great. I thought it was perfect. I loved it. I enjoyed it. A little weird. Again, I go to the early showings during the day.
Yeah. So you're with all the book club moms.
Yeah, I guess so. I was the only male in the theater. It wasn't, like, packed, but I would say there were probably, like, 12, 15 people in there, which I think is a lot for,
Yeah,
before,
for a matinee show.
But, yeah, I enjoyed it. I recommend it to...
I really want to watch it. I just don't want to cry in the movie theater. I think that's one of those movies that I'll just watch by myself.
At home.
Yeah, at home.
Yeah, I don't know. So, actually, Kumail and his wife wrote it, and I guess they just had Jude's help, or whatever, Judd Apatow's help to really...
Yeah.
But, yeah, I enjoyed it, so...
Is Massage going to be calling you, too?
They're not calling me. Let's see. What else? What did you do anything this weekend?
This weekend, I made a birthday party for my dad. We talked about that.
Yeah. How'd that go?
I had up to almost 50 people in my house, which is a smaller house. It was insane. But it went really well. I think so.
Mm-hmm. That's cool.
Yeah.
We
had a fiesta.
A fiesta.
For his 60th birthday.
60. Wow.
It's a big birthday.
Uh-huh.
What'd you do?
Worked a lot. Again, we had that sports show, had Shavers and Janine Becky, which was great. A little nervous there with Becky because I had, I reached out to Texas Tech University to get the interview. And they said, yeah, we're all good. Here's her number. You call her on Sunday. And me being I don't want to say good booker, but a guy that's kind of like, I want to confirm it. So I reached out to Becky Saturday night, heard nothing back. So now I'm nervous. Sunday morning comes, like, well, I'm gonna try again. I don't want to be like I'm bothering you, but like I want to, like, whenever you start a show and you're like, we'll have such and such on later in the third hour or whatever it is. I didn't want to say that and then it not happen because it's happened before. Right after the baseball season, I tried to get Orlando Garcia on one of our shows, and I talked to him. We confirmed it. The confusion was, he's in California. I'm in Lubbock, Texas. I tell him I want to go 9:15. He's
12.
thinking it's
11.
No, 9:15. Our time is going to be 7:15. His time in California.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I had 2 hours ahead.
So I told him 9:15 Central Time. He thought 9:15 California time, and we weren't able to. So I'm calling you at 9:15 for the interview, and actually he was working out. So he it's not like he was asleep. He was just working out. So
that's what he told you.
I guess so. So anyway, back to Becky. I wanted to make sure that we got it. So I texted her again Sunday morning, and 45 minutes until the interview until I scheduled it, because I show prep and stuff like that. She finally texts back. I was like, oh, thank goodness. So we got her on. It was great. It was great, man. This radio stuff, man, it's
very live. You roll with the punches.
Uh-huh. When you produce your show, do you Do you like book guests?
No.
Okay.
At my old job, yes.
Yeah.
For this one, it's more the hosts do all the job,
Mm-hmm.
and I kind of do everything else. But when I worked in Bryan College Station, my boss liked to have a lot of authors on for sports books.
Oh yeah.
So-
Hey, that's a great idea.
So I'd have to send them a interview request, and I'd just have like a template where I just like insert name, insert book, and sign, and then that's how we'd set it up.
Oh really?
Yeah.
That's cool. Well, I was just gonna say my point was just me trying to book these people. Now I tend to go for these high school coaches.
Hmm.
Not that they're easier, just like kind of they know who I am. I mean,
Yeah.
I produced the Fan Zone a couple years ago, and I'll be hosting it this year. I see them out whenever I go do play-by-play for
You
their
have a
games.
relationship with them.
Yeah, so it's easier. But like, I also want to, get other people besides just high school coaches, and I think your show, Tech Talk, probably is above and beyond everybody else. That's not a shot at everybody else, but getting guests because I think they're
They're
more
very
interesting. For example, last week the Brittany Wagner.
Yeah.
I don't think the morning show would have done that. I don't think Callan would have done it, but I thought it fit great with that show. So I don't know. I
So
guess.
no props to me.
What do you mean?
No, I meant like it's nothing. It was all on the guys. Like they're really good at booking these guests. I wish I had that. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, well,
Like, yeah.
me too. I mean, I wish I could be able to go get somebody. I don't know how to. I mean,
Mhm.
yeah, everybody can email somebody, but if you're a
I
famous,
kind of think that's how it is. You just gotta throw a shot in the dark and hope that it sticks. And if it doesn't, move on.
Yeah.
And if it does, then hey, boom, you're set.
yeah, it'd be great. Like I listen to some sports shows, not locally, but like the Dan Patrick or Colin Cowherd or
Mhm.
whatever, and then they get like high profile actors or high profile singers. And it's like, it works for their show, but it may not work for a local show.
Yeah,
on Sunday
and more
morning.
than likely, those people have access to the people that are reaching out to them. Not necessarily they're reaching out to those guys, but
Mhm.
their agents are like, "Hey, we have a movie." Like the Big Six say, they're like Kumal or whatever
Mhm.
his name is. He wants to promote his movie. Maybe he wants to get some sports people on there. Can we get him on for 5 minutes to talk about it? Sure.
It's that promoting word, really. And I've been told that, I don't know. I guess I don't know. It's weird. I host with the difficult people sometimes, and if they don't care about the guest, then they don't want them, and it's just tough. I don't know. I'm getting too far into the thing now.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's what I did this week with the sports show. I finished Bloodline on Netflix. And
Have you started Ozark? Everybody's talking about that. I have yet to even.
I've not started
It's
it.
kind of like on my list, my queue list, even though I don't have one.
Uh-huh.
Everybody talks about that, so I may have to check that out.
That's the Jason Bateman one.
Yes.
Jason Bateman. I'm booked right now because I got Oranges. I still got to finish Last Chance U. We're still in
Yeah.
the middle of that. Again, I'm taking my time because.
Same here. Still haven't finished. I got 3 or 4 episodes left.
And then I started Orange is the New Black right after
The
Bloodline.
newest season, or
Season
just
5.
okay.
Season 5. So I'm like episode 4 there. And then I still want to get Glow. I think
The wrestler,
the wrestling
the
one, the
80s.
gorgeous ladies of wrestling.
Okay,
So I mean, it's just
that's a true story.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah. It's based on true events.
okay,
Um,
good enough. True.
yeah, I don't have much knowledge of it. That's why I want to watch it. Here on Netflix, but yeah,
I
still.
don't know. They were talking about another show today on Netflix that's like What the Health. I don't know what it is, but they're saying that it makes you not want to eat anything. What the hell? So I'll have to check out all these.
It's a documentary, or
I
like
guess so. Yeah, it's a documentary on Netflix.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Vegan.
I might have seen it, but yeah, there's so much stuff on Netflix. Speaking of Netflix, did you hear about Disney pulling all the content from Netflix?
I'm mad about this. I really am. Because that's where I get all my Disney movies because I don't want to own all these DVDs. They're expensive.
Well, in my case, we own the movies,
Hmm.
but they're not DVDs; they're VHS, and we don't have a VHS at the house
Yeah.
or whatever. So it's
It's just more convenient just to click on the remote and be like, I want to watch Mulan.
yeah. I mean, obviously they have a reason. I think they're going to start their own streaming service.
Yes, but not until like 2019. And what makes me mad is like, why can't you wait? still have another 2 years. Maybe they have like a contract or something.
That's probably the answer, and it expired or it's about to expire, and I'm sure and it's probably Netflix saying, okay, well, yeah, let's re-sign it, but let's go long term. And maybe they don't want to go long term. Maybe their streaming was already in the plans. So, but it's just weird. Disney is a classic, and it's like I don't have any children, but let's say I had a child who has never seen The Lion King or what name put Disney movie here.
Yeah.
Now they can watch it. And now they know what my childhood was like. But I guess we'll get it with the Disney service.
But you'll have to pay for that separately. I think that's what we're going towards.
Yeah, I think we talked about this months ago or in the past about cable and stuff, and is it worth it? I know you watch a lot of stuff not on cable, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, is this the way it's going to go?
I think so. You're just going to pick and choose what you want.
Like,
or maybe it's going to be like a conglomerate, like a Suddenlink, and they're like, you can choose 10 whatever channels for $10 or something like that each month. I think that's what they're going to start doing.
Come to think of it, I do have a lot of services. I mean, the wrestling, the WWE Network, Netflix, MLB package. I mean, the MLB thing where I can watch all the MLB games, and it's just, oof.
That sounds expensive. I only have Netflix and Hulu right now.
Yeah, I've always wanted to get Hulu. I just haven't, I don't know.
People don't have that a lot. Whenever I say that I have Hulu, they're like, "Oh, you have Hulu? What do you do on there?" Like they know about it, but they're so infatuated with Netflix that they're not really into wanting to go to another one. Or maybe they think it's too similar. They're like, "Why do I need two of them?"
I think a lot of people like the originals, and I think Hulu does have originals, right?
I don't know.
I think they have a few. I think Aaron Paul might have one coming.
Oh, okay. You're talking about original Hulu. Yeah.
Original series.
Yes. They have The Handmaid's Tale, which is super popular that I haven't started. I want to check that one out.
I don't know. It's whatever. So Disney, pulling content from Netflix. But Netflix, they pull a lot of stuff that like stuff that when I first had Netflix isn't on there no more. And they just, and they're, I don't know if you know, but but all the comedy, they have a lot of comedy stand-up specials and stuff like that. Hulu doesn't have that, right?
No. So. I do like that, though. Amy Schumer had one. Chris Rock had one.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Anybody who's a comedian has one.
And now seems like. Chelsea Handler has her own show. She moved from the E! Network to Netflix, and now David Letterman. He's starting his late-night talk show again, or I guess show, not really late night.
Well, I don't think it's going to be, it's going to be like a more of a personal interview with the guest.
I think it's going to be like a Chelsea Handler, like how she does it.
Yeah. I never was, big into the whole David Letterman versus Jay Leno. Again,
I was a huge Jay Leno fan.
I mean, I guess as I grew up more, I started watching it more, but it's not like I really understood some of the jokes, like the Monica Lewinsky jokes or stuff. You know what I mean? Like stuff like that. Like I understand it now, and it's funny now, but I mean, growing up,
I guess it was just we're too young. That wasn't even for us anyway.
Yeah. And it's not like our parents made us, or my parents had us up at 10:30 at night or whatever. It was kind of like you grew on a bit of this time and whatever. So.
No, I really did love Jay Leno. I would stay up because he did on Mondays the headlines.
Yeah.
Where they would get the newspapers from all over the nation and they would read like the bloopers. Those are funny. The weddings. Yes. He put the two names together and it was something funny or whatever. Yeah.
Oh man, that's funny.
And then when they would bring the people with animals, that was always like appointment television. Like I always had to see that.
All right, let's see.
Wait, hold on. Speaking of the late night television, Justin Timberlake was on Jimmy Fallon last night, and they did their little summer camp bit. It's 10 minutes long, but it is hilarious. They even had Michael Keegan-Key on there and Billy Crystal.
I have to go look it up. I did not watch it, or
yeah, it's 10 minutes, and they like sang songs, but they're so funny. I like them together.
A couple of news before we get to the challenge. The Bachelorette finished up. I know you weren't watching it, but you said you knew before.
Yes.
You knew, so it really no surprise there for you.
Yeah. They said Peter was going to win, and Peter won. So
Peter won. So
whoever is leaking this or they need to like buckle down on that.
Because you don't want them, or why? You just don't like leaks in general?
Leaks are fine, except for these shows. These shows that are like the extreme leaks, like from day one. They're like on day one, Peter wins. So it's like, why do I mean, give me a leak in the middle of the season or something.
Yeah.
Show me a picture going forward, not necessarily the beginning, because then that just makes me like, I'll pass.
Speaking of leaks and hacks and stuff, HBO getting it hard.
Mm-hmm. They released, Ballers, Room 104, and Game of Thrones.
Yeah. I don't watch Game of Thrones. Do you?
I do.
Okay. You're caught up on everything?
Yeah.
That's cool. I don't have HBO, so it's like.
Yeah. And a lot of people aren't into it, and it's fine. It's not like I'm going to be like, oh my God, you have to watch it. It's not for all people. Just like other things are not for all me.
Uh-huh. So The Bachelorette finishing. Ronda Rousey at WrestleMania. This was news. Of course, I'm a wrestling fan.
Isn't that what we knew, though?
She's made appearances. She's, been backstage at events. She's, been there before. But I think they're talking now like in a legit match or a legit, not a fight. She's not going to be fighting in the octagon. Like, just going to be a predetermined wrestling match, like all of them are. But
yeah,
I don't know. Rousey's a big name. It's a little bit less now because she's lost. She's no longer the
top of the game.
Going to go in there and kick everybody's butt. I mean, she's lost before. I mean, twice now.
But you can't really hit, right? I mean, you can't
in wrestling
really beat up somebody.
Not in pro wrestling.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
she has a year. I mean, we're here in August. WrestleMania until April.
Mm-hmm.
They can take her. I mean, she can go train and practice and
I know that. I'm just saying, like, she can't go from a pro boxer or MMA person to like a fake one.
Be careful with the F word there. Yeah, you can. I mean, people have done it. People have gone both ways. People have gone from wrestling to MMA boxing and gone vice versa. I mean, it really probably just depends on how good of an athlete you are. And I think Ronda Rousey's a pretty good athlete. She understands it. She's a fan of it. That helps is once she understands it, a fan, that it's not like she's going to accidentally punch somebody, if that's what you're getting to. No, she's a professional. She's an athlete. She's talented. And she's going to have people that have done it before and know how to get somebody through a match. Mm-hmm. And it's not going to be a long match. It's going to be maybe a 8-10 minute thing with entrances and microphone promos and stuff. You know what I mean? So it's not like it's going to be just them in there for 5 rounds or whatever
going at it.
However long the MMA fight is. I think it'll work. I like it. I'm into it. Again, it's in April. Still got a long way to go. Who knows what she and the UFC have? I mean, everybody's a contract. Everybody can't. Mm-hmm. But I don't know.
Limited to what they can do.
Yeah, I'm excited. Also, I wanted to touch on the Chris Pratt and Anna Faris. Have you been following this?
Yeah, it's really depressing. We knew about them probably whenever everybody always posts like the cute stuff. They're like, be like this couple, and then they show all the little the whole show about them two talking about each other, how much they love each other, and then turns out that they can't figure it out. It sucks.
Yeah, no, it does. It does suck. It does suck. I just wanted to get your thoughts on that. I really didn't have any.
It sucks.
I didn't really have any thoughts. Let's see. The challenge? Did you watch the challenge?
I did. I watched it last night. Although my stupid app, I keep complaining about my app. I didn't get to watch the last of it.
This is the phone app?
Yeah.
Because I remember you said you used to watch it on Xbox, but
because I can't watch it live on the Xbox. I can watch it live on my phone. Mm-hmm. So I missed the last 3 minutes, but then I went on Twitter and found out.
Okay, so again, we leave off another cliffhanger from last week.
Who's going into the video?
Yeah. Before we get out of that, a lot of drama. They go out, get drunk, and Tony Raines is hammered drunk. Nelson hammered drunk.
He's dumb too. Who hit him? I was so confused. Was it just some random person?
I think
or was that a bouncer? Because you see the guy grab his shoulder and he comes at him, and I was like, I don't know who this person is.
Yeah, I don't think he was a bouncer. I think if it wasn't part of the MTV team, then it was a random.
I think it was a random person because they didn't say oh, he was fighting this guy. They just didn't say anything.
Yeah, because the bouncers were in black, mm-hmm. and you clearly tell who the bouncers were. So, yeah, and I think if it was a producer, you would have seen some kind of microphone gimmick or headphone gimmick.
Yeah, usually they say MTV producer.
But yeah, it must have been just some random.
I think so.
But I don't understand why he got so mad. I mean, I know Corey and Bananas.
I think he was just drunk.
And that's at the end of the day, that's what it all comes down to.
Yeah.
Same with Tony. Don't get me started on Tony, but before this whole Nelson thing, it's just him and Corey and Bananas. Obviously, there's a rivalry there. They don't like each other, so yeah, they're gonna talk, especially with a couple of drinks in them.
But you knew that wasn't going to go anywhere.
No,
They're
they were
both,
not gonna fight.
Yeah, they're both in it for the game and for the pride. So there was no way that was going to escalate anymore until Nelson came in like a thug.
Just trash talk.
Yeah.
Just trash talk. And then the Tony thing. I mean, dude, you got to make better decisions.
It's really depressing watching that. Like, it's really sad. Like, how drunk he got. You could tell in his face. They even said it. He was just not there. Words were coming out of his mouth, but he mentally was not there at all.
And the whole Cara Marie thing. I mean, he's the one that clearly said
so
the whole
stupid.
mom. You look like mom at 60 thing.
And
then she
what'd
said
you
it.
say about my mom? Like, really?
Yeah.
Do you not remember 2 seconds ago?
No. I mean, geez, dude. And, they always want to throw he's got 2 daughters. He's got a lot to play for, but obviously he
That makes
can't.
me mad. It's like, you shouldn't even be, like, allowed here. Go take care of your family. Go take care of yourself first. Then take care of your family.
Take care of yourself, then your brother.
Yeah. Yes.
And your family.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that family is...
And what makes me mad, this is probably featuring... We'll talk about it in a minute. Go on.
Okay, so yeah, we had those 2 fights, and then just some other, not drama, but just, the Kayla and Jenna story. There's obviously foreshadowing, stuff like that. They're best of friends. They're working out together. It's them
They're
against
funny,
the world. Yeah, it's stuff like that.
I like them. I'm team, Jayla? Yeah.
Jayla. But still, before this deliberation, we do get some alliances together. I mean, Hunter, Corey, Nelson. Kind of alliance there. Obviously, you have Banana, CT, Tony, Jordan, kind of alliance there. Even with the girls, Jayla, Kenna, Jenna, Kayla,
Yeah.
and then like Anissa, and who else was in that? Was it
Marie?
Jimmy was kind of in there. Yeah,
and
Jimmy
was kind of in there.
Jimmy, least valuable player of the week for me.
Yeah.
But we'll get to that. So they deliberate. It comes down to the guys. For the guys, it's either Ammo or Tony. And they end up going with right?
Yeah.
Ammo and Tony.
Everybody was saying they want to pick Tony, but they're going to pick Ammo.
Because, again, they think that they don't want Ammo on their team if it comes down to that in a final.
Yes.
Right? Like, which is understandable.
But you can't always hide behind that.
No. Corey's alliance wants to throw Bananas in there. Corey's the only one that votes for Banana.
But that's what he said. He showed his cards early, so if he went against it, that would be bad on him.
So Ammo's going in, and then for the girls, everybody votes Kayla
except Corey.
Except Corey, because
she didn't call his name last week, so he was doing her a solid.
Yeah, I think anything else from the deliberation? I like Tori's game right now. Tori's kind of playing it. Remember, she has a boyfriend from Are You the One? The other Derek.
Oh, yeah, I like Tori.
Yeah.
I follow her on Instagram. She's a rapper.
She's a rapper.
Yeah.
All right. There you go. Before we get to the Presidio, we'll go back to the Redemption House. They go out, have a little fun. So I think the first time we've seen them, they go out.
First time that we've seen.
And start throwing it back. And then Devin's kind of starting to play that game too. And because they know they're going back. I mean, they wouldn't still be there if they weren't going back. So he's like, who do I want on my team, or who? You know what I mean? Because they have strong. They have strong guys. Devin, Darrell, and then Derek. But the girls were kind of. I mean, was it Simone right? Is it still there? No, Simone. No. Latoya. Amanda. And then the last one that just came was
Brittany.
No, Brianna.
I was close.
Brianna. And I mean, I get the game, but we still don't know if they're going to come back as a team or come back as individual players. So, but anyway, they remind us of the Redemption House again.
Yes.
Presidio comes, the double cross for the guys. Well, actually, the girls went first, right?
Yep.
Girls went first, and the person that won didn't even pull the double cross.
It was the last one.
Jimmy was just the last one to do it. She turns around, gives a look at everybody, trying to make it all dramatic. And then she goes, Jimmy. Do you think she was going to go Jimmy no matter what? Not Jimmy, Jenna, no matter what.
I think so.
Because
Camilla was talking to her before then and put in her mind, they even foreshadowed it probably for this whole reason that we're talking about. They're like, hey, you have to break up them. They're strong. You have to break them up. And, well,
so
she did.
Votes in Jenna.
Which was really, really wrong.
It's called 30-30. It's called a double cross for a reason. Remember that first episode? Jenna was in that situation, and she saved Jimmy, instead of either Latoya or
She should
Simba.
have never saved her. Never saved her.
Never save her. So she wouldn't have been in that situation if she would have picked Jimmy's name. But hey, that's how it works. So it's going to be Jenna versus Kayla. And then the guys double cross. Nelson, the first guy comes up, boom, picks it up. He wins it.
He was supposed to pick.
Well, yeah, the alliance with him and Hunter saying, go for the big dogs. Go for the big dogs. And he ends up going with Tony because of his drunkenness last night, even though he was just as drunk.
Well, no. He said that he picked Ammo, or he chose it because Ammo chose him.
And then Ammo goes, I didn't say that.
He's like, yeah, you did. Don't you remember? You said you wanted to go against the drunkest one in the house, and that automatically meant Tony.
No, I don't think I said that.
That was pretty funny.
No, I don't think
Just call him out like that.
Wrong move for Nelson there.
No.
If you're in Nelson's shoes, is that the same move you make?
Probably.
Man,
I don't want to be on Johnny's bad side. He has too many people there. I don't want to be a target. And plus, Tony, I'm not scared of him.
Yeah.
If I was on there.
If it was me, I probably would have gone Johnny. And it's not that I hate Johnny. It's just I like the back against the wall Johnny. And I like I guess, who would you think Johnny would have beaten Ammo?
Oh, yeah. I just think that he's more mentally and physically better than a lot of people there. And that it would have been a waste of a challenge to send in somebody with like a junior varsity with a varsity player. That's how I think it would be. And that's nothing against Ammo. It's just he's done this way too many times. But then they were all saying underdog could take over.
Corey wasn't happy with the decision.
No, he was mad.
He was very mad. So for the Presidia, what do they call it? Like over the wall or through the wall? I don't know.
I don't remember what the name was.
But anyway, you got to climb up a 20-foot wall. You got little
ice picks
that you got to find a hole and then climb up. And then at the top, you knock over a mud pile, mud bucket. And
whoever does that, whoever gets the mud on them basically loses.
Girls went first. And again, Kayla versus Jenna.
And you could definitely tell, they said it too, but she was so rattled. And I think I would have been the same way. Going against your best friend, you obviously don't want to be in that situation. She definitely didn't want to be there. She was freaking out. But
you're talking about Kayla?
Yeah. But she pulled it out.
She pulled it out. I mean, it was good competition. It's not like it was a blowout, but Kayla ends up winning, and obviously they cry at the end and hug, and
they're still best friends.
Still besties, and that's good. Jenna will go to the Redemption House, and she'll come back, unbeknownst to them. And the guys match up. Really, I was surprised that Ammo won. Were you surprised that Ammo won?
I didn't get to see it.
Oh, sorry. Okay, so the guys...
I mean, I know what happened.
Okay, so Ammo wins.
Yeah.
Really?
Did it come down to the last? I honestly, it just stopped on me. I was so angry. Freaking Fear Factor came on.
Yeah, it was another good competition. Both boys and girls was very, very close. Ammo actually fell.
Oh.
They were just kind of neck and neck, and he fell towards the very end there. But Tony, I don't know what's going on, and to me, it looked like it was hard. I don't know. I mean, unless the circle was not in the same spot at because they had like little circles to where you could, start poking.
I think the hardest part is to hold on while trying to jam this pick into the wall.
Because it's not that big. It's not that big. You're putting sometimes
it's like a bike handle.
2 feet on that. Yeah.
Yeah. And you're holding on to, and you're standing on this bike handle.
To me, it looked like the circle was not in the same spot. So they had to, every single one, they had to go find it. And they both struggled at times. I mean, Ammo struggled a little bit early. Tony kind of got tired towards the end there, but Ammo ends up getting back up there after he falls and tips it over and wins. And nobody was really going for Ammo, I think. Obviously, Johnny and CT, that's the kind of their alliance, but, excuse me. All the girls were going for Ammo, but kind of the guys that were, not.
Well, all the girls love Ammo.
Yeah. So Ammo wins. He pulls it off, and of course, at the end, he gives us the whole underdog, don't give up, be different, because, obviously, he's
very different.
I mean, yeah, he's very different. So he gives us that speech, and then Kayla and Jenna and Tony are gone. They go to the Redemption House again late at night. I mean, they're turning on lights. They're like, what? But yeah, I think, and then no more drama towards the end there.
And which sucks for Jenna because Jenna sent all those girls home, basically.
Yeah, nobody likes her.
Yeah.
There. And that's what they played that in the preview coming up is that I don't even want to be here. Nobody likes me here. I should just go home. I don't think she does, but that was played.
Okay, well, I remember watching on one of the beginning episodes, Tony kissed Camilla. Was that earlier or was that later? This is where I was like trying to figure out everything. I was like, when did this happen? Because they didn't show it. They showed it on a previews or on like one of the trailers. And
they might come back.
See,
Tony's now in the Redemption House, so I think they'll be coming back next week.
Oh, that was the also trailer. You see the boat coming.
Yeah.
And they either have to like push somebody off of I don't know.
And let's not forget, TJ has not told them this is for $1 million. They all still think it's just for that 350. So there's 2 games that they still need to come. I mean, that 2 tricks, 2 swerves that they still got to get played. But overall, I thought it was a great episode. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I enjoyed it too.
Did you like it?
I did.
Got a little bit more drama there with the fights at the beginning, but oh well. What else you got? Anything you want to talk about this week?
There's nothing really happening this week. Just trying to relax before the chaos.
Yeah, I got some good news on Monday, actually. Not good news, but just some news. So I've said on the show before, I'm hosting the High School Fan Zone, the coaches show. Turns out, starting this year, on Wednesdays, when we do the Cooper show, we'll be live on location at Buffalo Wild Wings. Nice. The one right here. So we'll do a live remote. We're actually doing it for both Friendship and Cooper. Cooper will be at the Buffalo Wild Wings 82nd University.
Yeah, by
Friendship
to
will
them.
be the one
closest
to them. Andy Penny will do the Friendship show. I will do the Cooper show right after. But I just thought that was pretty cool. We hadn't done that in the past, so that's something new.
You'll have an audience.
And I mean, it's for a high school show, being at a bar, you know what I mean? Like, not necessarily. I think Buffalo Wild Wings is not just your average bar, but still just, okay, it could be not a rowdy crowd, but, just a different crowd.
It'll be loud.
Yeah. Well, I think you can be able to tell we'll be at but like even with the tech coaches shows, when they go to Ruby's Tequilas or Rudy's Barbecue or some of the places, stuff like that. Yeah. I mean, you can tell that they're out and about. So
I think that'd be fun. Good exposure on you and the station and the team.
That's good. A lot of changes here at our office. How are you liking the whole second sports radio station?
I'm very busy.
Yeah, busier than you were with the other stuff.
I'm very busy. Okay. I have a lot on my plate right now, but I mean, I said yes to everything, and I get what I say I want, so I can't complain.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. I mean, it's people listening or liking from what you tell on Twitter or text line. People or is it still kind of new to them? Like they don't.
I mean, I think we're getting not the same amount of texts, but that's how I calculated just like how many texts are coming in, and we're getting texts. Cool. So it's not like nobody's listening. So I'm excited.
All right, cool. Anything else this weekend for me? No. Same. You good this weekend?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna take it easy. I'm still trying to relax. Right now I'm working 7 days a week, so yeah. I'm just trying to find time to actually live.
All righty. We'll get out of here. What's your Twitter?
At Just Marissa.
Yeah, follow Marissa there at Just Marissa at A-Flow Radio for myself, guys. Appreciate you for listening. As always, the show's on iTunes. Subscribe there for free. Spreaker.com. Follow us on Twitter. We appreciate you listening. Tell a friend. And we'll talk to you next week. Peace.